All right, so it's connecting now. Hello, my name is Austin. I'm on staff here at Maddox Foundation, and today I have the joy of speaking with Laura Grisham and Andrea Vincent from Sacred Heart Southern Mission. Laura is the Public Relations Director, and then Andrea is Director of Programs. So good morning, welcome. How are you guys doing?
Hey.
Hi, good morning.
Good. Well, we definitely wanted to talk to you guys about Sacred Heart and some of the things that you guys have going on during this pandemic and how this has affected you. And so, for those who don't know, Sacred Heart is a nonprofit that's supported by different private donors, some grants, and volunteers. And you guys serve people in a vast majority of ways, including education, food services, some social services, and through your HIV/AIDS ministry. And so let's go ahead and dive in, and let's start with education. You guys have the two schools, the one here in DeSoto County in South Haven, Sacred Heart School, and then another Holy Family in Holly Springs. So tell us what's going on with those.
Yes, so between both of our schools, Sacred Heart and Holy Family, to say that this past semester was a newbie for us. Our teachers, I have to say, thank goodness we are blessed with a wonderful team. We had to pick up online distance learning very quickly. And so, we were utilizing platforms such as Google Classroom. They had other avenues, iReady and so forth. But we work alongside with our Diocese of Jackson, those schools, and received a lot of support and information as well from our superintendent, Kathy Cook. So we all just came together and did what we needed to do, considering our families who have technology at home to utilize, as well as our families, say majority of those in Holy Family School that didn't have so much technology to use. So our teachers came in, got packets ready for work and things that the parents could come pick up. So we know our families very well, and we worked with each of them to make sure that they had what they needed to be able to continue their education and schooling at home.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm glad that you guys pointed that out, because that is a concern with distant learning, is that not everybody has access to internet. And not everyone has an iPad or a laptop that they can just access this stuff online. And so I'm glad to hear that the teachers were proactive in that you guys were already aware of that and put a plan in place to continue the education with that. And yeah. So the schools, they serve basically 3-year-olds through 8th graders. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and then you guys have GED classes as well for those who need to come back and finish up their classes. How has all of that been affected by the pandemic as well?
The GED classes down in Holly Springs, that we partner with a variety of different places throughout the 5 counties that we serve. And so, obviously when we have the computers available, people can come in and use them and whatnot. With the social distancing, that was, that had to stop for a while, simply because, people could not come in to our offices. We limited the access in order to safeguard not only our clients, but our staff as well. So, that will be something that we resume when the distancing is not in place.
Yes.
I see. And one of the things that you guys do at the schools are, I love that you're all about teaching them morality, and they're involved in different masses, services, and different things like that to really help make them more rounded as an individual. It's great to have an education to be smart in math and sciences, but we also want to produce just good people and good citizens.
Right.
And so how have you guys tackled that when you're not able to meet in a traditional setting?
Well, go ahead, Andrea.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because Laura can actually speak. She was there front and center. We actually can, in addition to the distance learning, the online learning, our teachers, of course, we're doing Zoom meetings and so forth with the students to keep in touch with them. always available via phone call with the parents and the students if needed. So that was beneficial. But as far as our Catholic identity, something that I was looked forward to be honest with you, every week was our weekly masses that continued. And Laura was there to be able to videotape. So,
I
I'm
just
sure
came
she can
back from
on that.
videoing
But
mass.
yes, to do our masses. And so, that was something that our parents and our children were able to, our students were able to chime in and see, and to do that there at the school as well. They were still able to have that piece of the school that they were familiar with. So that was nice.
Yeah,
We
awesome.
just got finished with mass just a little bit ago. We have a weekly 9 o'clock mass that we live stream for Sacred Heart School, and we had a blessing of the 8th graders. That would have normally been part of the promotional ceremony that we have at the end of each school year for both schools. But we did a video blessing for all of them, and you got to see their smiling faces on pictures. They were virtually there, and Father David gave them the traditional blessing during Mass today. That was really, it was really kind of sad because you're so used to seeing everybody and seeing all the families together and whatnot, and that was a little bit different. We just had the promotional ceremony for the kids at Holy Family, and that was on Friday, and it was a drive-through.
Yeah.
At which, it was very unique, but it was really, the kids really appreciated it. And of course, instead of everybody clapping when they got their diplomas and whatnot, you got the horns honking. So just a little different. Everything's just a little, adapting.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so kind of changing gears here a little bit, you guys also operate several different food pantries or some social services to help meet some additional needs because you guys service 6 different counties, including DeSoto, Tate, Tunica, Marshall, and Benton, and each of those offer food assistance to needy families. And that was going on before the pandemic. And so how has that changed now that we are in the pandemic and we've seen such an increase in food insecurities?
Well, we still serve all of the families that come to us. As far as what has changed, just how, we take a lot of phone calls as opposed to people physically coming into the office. We do the distribution, we come and put it in the cars, and that type of thing. And we speak to our clients over the telephone, but everybody still gets food every single day. If you are, if you're in need and you come to our office, you're going to get food. So that has not changed. It's just a matter of adapting to the particular rules of the time.
Yeah.
And
to kind of add to that too, I mean, as Laura said, we really had to, I mean, this is just it's been an unprecedented time, as everybody knows. And, for us with our social services, Austin, something that we really do pride ourselves on, and I think what sets us apart is we really love hugs. We really love to, be able to pray for those who want to pray. For their families and whatever situation they have going on. We've been continually praying about this pandemic. And so the COVID-19 has really, instead of us being able to see all of our clients and our families in person and really have that touch and, and being able to just be near them and share that space and time with them, we've had to do a lot of it over the phone. So we are still handling our clients over the phone. We're doing intakes and assessments with them over the phone. We're still taking on new families and we're staying in touch with our prior families. That's very important to us. Just checking in to make sure they're doing okay and seeing if they are having any needs that we can assist them with during this time. So we haven't stopped our services at all, which has been such a blessing. And our team has been there every day, Monday through Friday, covering their time. and making sure that we're available to them. But we miss our hugs and our that time and our space. We offer very personal care. So that part has been impacted.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what are some of those needs that you guys currently have with assisting those families, and how can the community continue to support you guys and meet those needs?
Sure. So some of the needs, consistently we see and we offer assistance with utility bill. Okay. So utility bills, whether it be gas, water, electric. We obviously have the food available, which has been a big need right now. Things such as, when we receive from our donors, things such as the paper, toilet paper, paper towels, et cetera, that have been for some reason, a shortage in the stores. So, we're able to provide that if need be, the hygiene products. We also offer emergency shelter. So for instance, if we have those clients who are homeless or have now found themselves to be homeless or without shelter, we can offer the hotel assistance if need be. Our staff also take it a step further to contact nearby apartment complexes and speak with those teams as well. If we need to assist them with getting a first month's rent, covered. So yeah, that's pretty the main things that we see them with. In addition to the, just advocacy or referrals. If
Right.
it's something we can't provide, we have a number of different community partnerships that we work with.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's so important too, because yes, food insecurity is a big deal right now. But even more so, we see that there's just a need for financial assistance with people who have lost their jobs, or maybe they're just furloughed. And as everything's starting to open back up, people are still going to need some help. And so I love the fact that you guys offer different resources and different connections to help people get whatever assistance it is that they need. And so for those people who are looking for that assistance, and maybe this is their first time hearing about that, what are the steps that they need to go through to get in touch with you guys and to get that process going?
Sure. So they can contact, if they don't have our main number, they can easily Google us and find the main number on there. It is, and correct me, Laura, it's 662-781-1360. So they can easily look up our website. They can give us a call. We'll ask them what where they live, where they reside, and we can get them the phone number to the closest social service office, where they can call, make an appointment, speak with our social service ministers, and they'll take it from there to see what they need.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys have social services in each of those 6 counties, correct?
We have, actually, there's one that is a transition between Marshall and Benton.
Okay.
Our Holly Springs office handles the Marshall and Benton County.
Okay.
But DeSoto County has 3 social service offices, one in Walls, one in Hernando, and one in Olive Branch. We also have one in Senatobia for those in Tate County, and one in the city of Tunica for Tunica County.
Awesome. And so there are some other things that you guys provide also, which I know is a huge thing right now, is volunteers.
That has been a challenge.
It has been
a challenge.
And so you guys actually have different groups that come in during the summer and help out with some different things. How has that all changed? And what are the ways that you guys are continuing to engage your volunteers, and how can people continue to volunteer with you?
Back in March, early March, normally spring break is a huge time for us.
Yeah.
We have an influx of college students from all over the country. And the last one was it the first week of March, I believe. And then course groups, had to cancel because of the travel restrictions and the social distancing and whatnot. So we haven't picked back up as far as like the home repairs. We've had a moratorium on that until we can get our groups coming back in, and the social distancing is a little more relaxed. We want to make sure that our clients, who are generally in the most vulnerable category, are safe, as well as whoever is coming to assist. So we're hoping that sometime in July, we might be able to pick back up. And of course, that's all, you have to kind of wait, until you see what's going on there. But we hope sometime in late summer that we'll be able to pick back up.
Okay.
But we do need people now. Like mobile food pantries are a big thing right now. We had one yesterday. We held it at Holy Spirit Church, and we had about 30 volunteers. And you talk about folks who worked and knocked it out. My word. That was probably one of the best ones we have ever had, as far as getting everybody together, getting everything packed up, and just, everything rolling just like it's supposed to. So people who are comfortable in the community to come and help us with things like that, or to help out in our offices at the pantries, or doing things like that, like the garden cafe. And upcoming things like our summer feeding program, that would be wonderful. And
for those who don't know, can you explain what the garden cafe is?
That's our soup kitchen. It is a twice a week offering it's in Holly Springs, and it's right next door to our social service office. We provide hot meals. Right now they're to-go boxes.
Yes.
But they're hot meals, nutritious meals that are prepared on site. And we're like I said, it's a to-go thing, just like all the restaurants are right now. But normally it's seating, and there's usually 100-ish or maybe better who come and physically eat there if it was the best of times. But we've seen actually a little bit more, even though you don't have the seating, because people are hungry.
Yeah, absolutely. And so while you guys aren't necessarily doing big group volunteer projects, there's still a lot of need for some individuals to step up and to help and to do that. And again, they can do that just by contacting any of those service offices in those counties and being able to get connected and plugged in from there, correct?
That's correct. And we have a wonderful volunteer coordinator. Her name's Lois Harrison. And she is able to plug people into the right different things that we have going on. She knows all of the different programs that are in need of volunteers at the time. And if people are wanting to sign up maybe for later in the year to help with some of our repair projects, she can absolutely take names and numbers and groups. We have plenty of housing if we ever get back to whatever normal is,
right?
To be able to handle people from, if church groups want to have a retreat or whatever. So have all kinds of good stuff available.
Yes, we have 3 houses available to house our volunteers when they come in to visit us. A lot of them are out of state. So, we provide that, and we usually cover a meal or 2 as well, just as a welcome and a farewell as a thank you. So.
And the housing is at no charge.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. And so another point that I want to hit on that I found really interesting was your HIV/AIDS ministry. Tell us a little bit about that, and even how you guys are continuing to offer that service at a distance and amidst the pandemic.
Well, sure. So our Ryan White, we are for our HIV ministry is a grant. Those are 2 different grants actually that fund that ministry. We have Ryan White, the Ryan White program Part A, and Ryan White Part D. Both of those offer emergency financial assistance, medical transportation, and food hygiene products. So just as normal, we do take those appointments. We see those clients. They come in, and as long as we have that funding, that assistance continues. We apply for those every year, and thankfully, with conjunction with the Ryan White program, we've been awarded those every year. So I'll let Laura speak more to it. She handles all those grants.
We have the funding for those has increased every single year. We handle people who are infected and affected, depending on what category they fall into under Ryan White. We do everybody gets their food during the month, just like our regular clients receive food. And we do have the medical transportation assistance, as well as EFA, which would be rent or utilities, that type of thing. We provide counseling. We do have really wonderful ladies who help out with that type of thing too. That's on an individual basis. And so this is continued. There hasn't been any eruption in service as far as that goes. And they're handled just like our regular clients are.
Yes.
That's great. Definitely an asset to our community. And if my understanding is correct, that this is the only ministry that offers this type of aid in this area.
In North Mississippi.
Yes.
Yeah.
In North Mississippi.
Thank you guys for doing that. And so for those who want to be involved, we've talked about the volunteer side of things, but how can they be a part of supporting you guys financially?
What you just said, support us financially.
Yeah. So how do they do that? Do they need to do that online? Do they need to contact the social service offices?
Anything that anybody would want to donate, they can go through our social service offices. They can, in particular, go in through our main office, but we are online on our website. You can make a donation at www.shsm.org. There's plenty of opportunities to contribute to a particular ministry if you so want it to go to, whether it's food or if it's to the schools or whatever it is that you particularly want to fund, or you can put it in general wherever it's most needed. We have a lot of opportunities during the year to help us out with different campaigns, in particular, like one of the biggest ones is our holiday food appeal, where we're putting together baskets for those who are in need, and in addition to what we normally do in the food pantries. We do have particular appeals to help us with utility assistance and rental assistance, or if you want to help us, with the housing program even. There's lots of opportunities there, but we also take physical donations. If somebody wants to do a canned food drive,
yes,
we absolutely welcome those. Those are vital to us. We have a gift in kind department where we take furniture and appliances and those types of things, and we move them about in the community for those people who are in need. You can donate at the thrift store.
yes.
Our thrift store takes items all day long, any kind of clothes, household items, toys. If you want to get rid of it and it's not nailed down, generally we'll take it. And we find good homes for it. And if it's not something that is distributed in the community, we can also sell it at the thrift store, and the money goes back into our mission to help provide services for those in need.
Yeah.
I think it's important too, if I can add to that, Austin, with our thrift store, everything that we have that comes in, including our sales, goes right back into the community. And so, for instance, something again that I love about Sacred Heart Southern Missions is we give to the community. Excuse me, it all goes back to those in need. If we have families, for instance, who have a house fire and they lose everything, they can easily come in and see us, and we will put them through that store. We will see what we have in our gift in kind, and give that to the families to help get them back on their feet. And of course, none of that is at any cost to them. Our donors, I think it's important too to note, if they want to donate financially, which we always welcome, if they want it specifically to go to food pantry, we take pride again in we honor those wishes. And so if their donation is whatever it is to go strictly to food, we ensure that that stays exactly in that program. And vice versa across all the different programs as well. So we make sure that we honor those and their wishes to what they want it to go towards.
Perfect. Well, ladies, I appreciate your time today and talking with us, and all the great work that you guys are doing to serve people in need, especially during such a unique time as this. And so thank you guys so much for all of your work and all that you're doing to meet those needs, and then to even promote it and let other people know the services that are available and how they can also help meet those needs. And so before we log off here, I want to confirm a rumor that I heard.
Okay.
I heard that at Sacred Heart at the school in South Haven, that there is actually a turtle garden.
Yes,
and
There is.
yes, we have lots of turtles. The kids
We love our
them.
turtles. We
They
love our
love them. The kids and they have that. Obviously, they've come out of hibernation, and that's one thing the kids missed. And so the principal, Bridget Martin, she took pictures of the turtles out there moving about and chewing on all the pretty flowers that Sister Margaret Sue planted.
Yes.
How fun. Well, that's awesome. And definitely glad to see that there's a little bit of fun and some bright sides in all of this as well. And so thank you guys.
Every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for your time and for all that you're doing. For more information on Sacred Heart, you can visit their website, shsm.org. Definitely feel free to make donations, volunteer, and get involved. And so thank you guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Austin. We appreciate you,
Thank you
and everybody in the community for all the support.
Thank you so much, Austin, for having us.